It is my privilege and honor now to recognize the Republican leader in the Senate of the United States, the Senator from Kentucky, Senator McConnell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm pleased to be here this morning and join all of you as the Majority Leaders. You can imagine I can't remember the last time I appointed myself to a conference, but I wanted to contribute personally and to underscore what I think we all agree on a bipartisan basis. Failure is not an option. We need to get a farm bill signed into law before the end of September. So I'm proud to be here to speak for Kentucky farmers and rural communities. I can assure you they've been following our progress on this bill very, very closely. I look forward to working with each of you to deliver a farm bill that works for them, for farm families and rural communities across our country. Just last week, we learned that USDA is now forecasting that net farm income will decline by 13% this year, as others have pointed out. That's a continuation of 5 years of depressed commodity prices. It's never been easy to make a living as a farmer, but these new data only confirm what I know all of us regularly hear from the farmers and ranchers we represent. They're faced with falling prices, volatile markets, and the threat of natural disaster. What they need more than anything else is predictability. They need stability. And some, they need our help. This bill is our chance to provide it. I'm proud that the Senate, as several of our colleagues have pointed out, passed our version 86-11. I hope we'll continue in good faith cooperation and send a bipartisan, bicameral bill to the President's desk that he'll sign before the end of September. If not, it's going to be a bipartisan failure of extraordinary notice to the farmers and ranchers of our country. This legislation will fulfill our core responsibilities to our American farmers. It will also make new investments in rural communities, such as expanding broadband access, provided ongoing support in the fight against opioid abuse and substance addiction, and it will empower producers to fully explore growing markets both here and at home and around the world. Now, it's no secret I'm particularly excited about the parts of the Senate-passed bill that concern industrial hemp, and I want to recognize my friend and colleague, Congressman Comer from Western Kentucky, who, as Commissioner of Agriculture before he came to Congress, was the first Kentuckian to take a major lead role in what has now developed into a national consensus, I believe, that industrial hemp deserves a comeback. I think the confusion with its more controversial cousin has largely been eliminated, and I particularly want to give him a shout out, not only now here to finish the job as a member of this conference, but for really starting this issue in our state. Consumers, as we all know, have been consuming hemp products for decades. It's everywhere. It's just coming from some other country. It's past time that we build on the work we began with the pilot program in the 2014 Farm Bill and unleash farmers in Kentucky and any other state you represent that wants to take a shot at it. With proper oversight, they can capitalize on this multi-billion-dollar market. So there's a lot to be excited about in this legislation. I hope our comprees will keep our eyes on the prize, focus on what we're able to accomplish together, and resolve our differences quickly. Let me underscore the quickly part. We all know how challenging September can sometimes be. We're working hard to finish 9 of the 12 appropriation bills and put them on the President's desk. That hadn't happened, I believe, before the end of September since 1997. We've had good bipartisan cooperation on that project here in the Senate, but none of that will alone be enough. We need to produce this bill, work out our differences, reach a consensus, pass it, and get it on the President's desk. So I want to thank all of you for your contribution, and I look forward to these differences being worked out rapidly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Leader.